doing my first mukbang, whatever it's called. It's one of the two. But I am at Taco Bell right now, ordering, and I am going to order some food, and I'm going to talk to you guys about my endometriosis story and when I almost died. But I'm going to talk to you guys about that. But give me 1 second so I could order.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Can you give me just a second real quick?
Sure.
Thank you.
Can I get the chicken nacho box?
What's the drink, please?
The Skittle freeze. And can I have a double-decker taco? And the nacho fries?
Yep.
And that'll be it.
Everything looks good on your screen today?
Yep.
All right, thank you very much. Any sauce for that?
No, thank you.
973, please pull up to the window. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, good.
73 is the total. Here is your drink.
Thank
Large
you.
Skittles freeze.
Thank you. I got my food right here. Now I just gotta find me a parking spot to eat. Let's see what we got over here. Hi everybody. So, I'm gonna do a mukbang. My husband has freaking skeleton right here, so don't mind that. Okay, he took my car, so I could not use my car to do this. So it's really embarrassing. Driving around with a skeleton in the dang car. People staring at me like I'm crazy. But anyway, I got a double-decker taco, the nacho fries, and I got their new thing that they have. It is the chicken nachos. Let's see how these look. They look bomb. Look at that. My gosh. Woo! They look awesome. Wow. Doesn't even look like Taco Bell made these, but anyway, we'll see how they taste. But this is gonna be a mukbang, my first mukbang, and I'm gonna tell you guys my endometriosis story. I do not know when it started, because I think that it started a little bit sooner than what they found when they did find it. When they found it, it was probably like 2008 is when they like officially found that I had endometriosis. But before I almost died. Okay, so hold on, let me take that. It's so good. And I got the Skittles freeze. You can't go wrong with this drink. Seriously, can't go wrong with it. But okay, how I found out that I almost died. I had my first period, and I bled for 7 months. I didn't tell my mom because I was scared. I don't know why I was scared. I have no idea. If you're young and you're going through a period and you've never talked to your parents about it and stuff like that, you need to open up about it, because like, you don't want to go through what I went through. I went through 7 months of bleeding, and I was hemorrhaging, and it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, I remember like there's times that we went to Mount Charleston and stuff, and I had to like go away from my mom, and like I had to use the restroom, and I had to hide the blood, and every single time I was in the car I had to hide the blood. There was blood in the back car, in the car, in a bag and stuff like that. I was hiding it from my mom, and I was so scared to tell her. I don't know why, but I was just really scared to tell her. But my grandma came to visit, and oh, hold on for a minute. My grandma came to visit, and my mom and my grandma, they went to wake me up, and when they woke me up, I went to the bathroom to get ready, and I fell. I went to use the restroom, and I fell inside the restroom, and I hit my head in the tub area. So when I hit my head in the tub area, they heard me, and they broke down the door because the door is locked and stuff like that. That's good. But they broke down the door, and luckily my mom's ex-husband's sister, she was like she was in the medical field or something like that. I don't know what she did, but she helped my mom and my grandma out and stuff like that, from what I remember. I don't remember really that much from that day, but yeah, that happened, and they found me in a pool of my own blood. Like, I was literally like laying in a pool of my own blood. They rushed me to the emergency room. They called the paramedics, and the paramedics brought me there. And when they found out, they did a blood count and all that stuff like that, I guess. That's how they found out how much blood I had in my body. But I only had 1 pint of blood in my body. 1 pint. They had to do a blood transfusion, an emergency blood transfusion. Hold on. Yeah, they did an emergency blood transfusion. And I was in the hospital maybe for like 4 to 6 months. It was a really, really long hospital stay. They kept putting blood inside me, and the blood kept coming right back out. I was like on 6 packs of birth control, like the whole entire packs, like the whole packs of birth control. And man, it was crazy. I remember it. I remember the freaking hospital smells. Like, there's certain smells in that hospital that if I smell now, I will get sick to my stomach, and like I will get sick to my stomach, and so much bad memories will start popping up in my head. So like there's certain bath sprays and stuff like that I can't use because of the hospital. But I honestly think that I had endometriosis then. I really do, because like they still couldn't tell me why that I was bleeding like that at all. They couldn't tell me, which is freaking, I don't understand why. Why would they not be able to tell you why you're bleeding that heavily and almost die? Like, I almost died. And my mom, she had to sign papers and stuff like that for them to do a blood transfusion. And she didn't want to sign it because of the fear of AIDS and stuff like that. Because AIDS, like, they couldn't like 100% say that there was no AIDS in the blood and stuff like that. So my mom was freaking out. My mom and my dad got into it because of it, and Big fiasco. Excuse me. It was really good. But yeah, that's what went on with the part of me almost dying. So if you're young, please talk to your parents about your period and like the birds and the bees, everything. Just talk, be open with them and talk to them, because like you really need to talk to them about stuff like that. It's scary. I was so scared. And then after the blood transfusion and when I went home, I was so weak. I was so weak for the longest time. So weak. Like I could barely do anything. I remember how weak I was. It was horrible. But so when I found out I had endometriosis, that's a whole nother story. I was in Fallon, but I mean, like before I was in Fallon, there was tons and tons and tons of years I was having stomach problems. They told me that my gallbladder died inside of me, so they had to do emergency surgery to remove my gallbladder too. So, which it was the endometriosis that took my gallbladder too, that I found out later on, because that happens to everybody that has endometriosis. A lot of people. Now, there's a lot of people it doesn't, but I mean there's a lot of people it does too. But and then I went to doctors and doctors and doctors. They told me there's nothing wrong with you, it's all in your head, you need to go to a psychiatrist. Bullshit. It's the stuff that people say to you when you're going through pain and stuff like that. They have no understanding how bad it feels to you, and they just want to write it off. They're not even doctors. I don't even know how half of these doctors have a freaking certificate or PhD or anything like that. It's ridiculous. But when I ended up going to Fallon, which was in like 2008, I think, I might have to like update the dates on this, but I think it was 2008, because I got married to my husband in 2011, or no, 2012. Yeah. September 2011 we got married. Yeah. So yeah, it had to be 2008 that I went and got that emergency surgery done. But it was like an exploratory surgery, and the exploratory surgery, they told me that I had to be on Lupron for 4 months. Actually, no, 6 months. For me to get the surgery, for my insurance to cover it, for me to get that surgery. So I was like, okay, let me try to do the Lupron shots. Those Lupron shots literally are like the hardest shots ever to get. I was in so much pain getting them. Now I have like really bad pain now. Like I have nerve damage in both of my legs from it. It's bad. So I mean, I don't know, you honestly, like, you can't get past all the pain, and the doctors act like you can, and it's just full of crap what these doctors say to you. It really is. This is good. I really love this stuff. It was good. My mom just tried to call me while I was doing this video. So if you see this, Mom, I'm sorry. I was trying to do this video because you didn't answer your phone. But I got the emergency exploratory surgery done. After I got that done, he told me right away that I had endometriosis. Which, you know, there was a big part of me, I was so happy that somebody found something that was wrong with me, because all the doctors before were telling me, oh, there's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with you. Bullshit. They found endometriosis. Shit that you guys could have found a long ass time ago if you guys would have actually did your job. I'm in a bowling alley parking lot right now, so doing this. I'm going to be going to the store in a minute to get some stuff to make chili tomorrow. And my slow cooker. That's why I came out. I wanted to do a mukbang for y'all, you guys, all my endometriosis sisters out there, all of for YouTube, that I wanted everybody to know my story. And I mean, I've had about like 20 to 25 surgeries just for endometriosis alone. I've had a lot, and they tell me that I have to get surgery every single year, every year, until I die, which is crazy, because I feel bad for my daughter, because she always has to see me go through this, and it's nothing that I like her to see, you know. I just hope to God that she doesn't get endometriosis. I really hope she doesn't. I hope she could live like a full, happy life with no pain and stuff like that. Some people staring at me. Kind of weird. Probably staring at this freaking skeleton in the car. My last fry. My last fry. That was so good. All I got left is my nachos, which they're huge. I don't know if you guys ever been to Taco Bell and got these new nachos they have. They have steak nachos and chicken nachos, but it's like beef hurts my stomach a lot, so I only eat it once in a while. And I'm gonna be eating it in chili tomorrow, so I got the chicken one. Let's see how these taste. Everything on there. It's like falling apart pretty much. It's falling apart. It's good though. I don't know where to put it. I'm not used to being in this car, so like all the areas in this car is like so small. Like this was our first car that we had together, and I loved this car when we first got together, but now I just don't like it. I think it's because now that I have my own car and it's bigger, it's like an SUV, it's way bigger and stuff. Like this piece looks way better. Anyway, with the endometriosis theme, I've gone through hell. Seriously gone through hell. I sleep with a heating pad every single night. Pretty much burns my stomach. Like I have like burn marks on my stomach, which I hate. But I mean, if I don't sleep with the heating pad, then I'll end up being in the hospital. I don't know why. It's just like, it's like comforting on my stomach, so, and in my pelvic area. So, and I take Percocet 4 times a day, and then I take morphine, which is an extended release tablet, and I take that 2 times a day. But I'm on the highest dose of both of them. But I mean, it doesn't really affect me like driving or socializing or taking care of my child or anything like that, because I've been on pain medicine for a long time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything like that. I've been on pain medicine for a long time. I hate to say it, I hate to be on it, but I mean, it's the only thing literally that helps me for my pain. And half of the time, it doesn't help. But I mean, it just takes some of the pain away, so I'm not in the hospital. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I go through so much pain. My daughter sees me in pain all the time. My husband sees me in pain all the time. My mom sees me in pain. My mom didn't think I had endometriosis. She didn't even want me to get the surgery done. And I told her, I really want to know what's wrong with me. And I feel that I need this surgery to find out if that's what I have, because like I was becoming so like dependent on like pain medicine, and like I still am dependent on pain medicine, but I was to the point of taking pain medicine and like not wanting to know what was wrong with me, because like I was in so much pain and I was scared to know what I had wrong with me and stuff like that. So I finally gave in, and I was like, you know, I need to find out what's wrong with me. I want to know if I have endometriosis. I mean, it could be like a 50-50 chance if I have it. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? It's still worth a try to find out if I have it or not. And I mean, I went and I got it done, and my mom told me, like, to the time that I got drugged up to go get my surgery, that she didn't think that that's what I had. But then when I came out, the doctor said that's what I had. She was like, I'm sorry. And that's it. But I don't know. I feel bad because like I had to put my mom through all this. I had to put my family in general through all the pain that I go through all the time. And nobody understands like all the pain that I go through. I mean, like half of the time I have to freaking like pretend I'm not in pain just to go through the day. But it's sad. Anyways, I'm gonna end this. Thank you all for staying and listening to my story. I really appreciate it. And to all of the endometriosis sisters out there that I talk to, that I don't know, and all that stuff, I hope you guys get through your journey. I hope they do find a cure one day for us. I hope they do. Or at least for the next generation. But I love you all.